Alrighty. Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to a video, but a different kind of video. So the most different thing is I'm sitting. Now, the different thing today is that we're going to be doing a Gunpla Gundam model building AMA. For reasons I'll explain in another video, I have not, it's been a little hard to get some things done lately, and it's mental health related, as it always is. But I think this is going to be this one and another video, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'm not sure, are going to be the only videos for a while. Life is just really trying to knock me the fuck down permanently. So, like I said, there's going to be a completely different video for that. So let's do the AMA right now. These were compiled from my girlfriend, my friends, my brother, other model builders in the community, and my one of my best friends, Jess. So we're going to be going through some of them, not all of them. I actually might do a part 2 on this because there's a lot of fucking questions, but I don't know how long some of these answers are going to take. So this may be a little bit longer of a video. I'm just going to warn you right away. I hope that some of these questions get answered and they help you. And for the part 2, post them in the comments. I love answering questions about this hobby. I really do. And I could really use that support right now. Okay, so let's get on with it. Like I said, if you come up with any, put them down in the comments. All right. All right. So we're just going to start from the top down, from the ones that I have highlighted here. What inspired your Gundam hobby? What inspired my Gundam hobby is actually way different than most people's. I've heard a lot of people's where they saw it when they were a kid, like in the 80s or the 90s, and it was on TV. Mine was by reference, actually. It was 2018, I believe, and Ready Player One came out. I saw it, the end. I did not know what Gundams were. I had no clue at all. And I didn't know at the time, but I saw the RX-78 drop out of the sky and beat the shit out of Mechagodzilla. Was all I needed. I started researching what was at the end of Ready Player One. It's a Gundam. What the fuck is a Gundam? It's a model kit and it's a show. It's a model kit? What kind of model kit? And then and yeah, it just took off from there. And I've been a super fan ever since. I have tattoos. I have hundreds of kits at this point. I have a fucking YouTube channel that I like dedicate to the model building, and it's all because of that ending scene in Ready Player One. Okay, so what was the first model kit you built? I actually almost said this one. My first model kit I ever built was the high grade Revive RX-78-2. I'm going to put a picture there. This kit was my first soiree into Gundam. It was the RX-78-2 I wanted. It was the granddaddy I wanted. And it was a Revive, so it wasn't that bad of a kit. It took me like 6 hours, and a high grade taking me that long nowadays is shameful. Not shameful. Some people had that. I can knock out a high grade in minutes, not hours now. And everybody works at different speeds, and that's fine. But as a beginner, shit took me a while. It took me 8 hours, actually 8 or 9 hours to complete the real grade RX-78-2, which was my second kit, because I just love the design. And the look of the one in the movie seems to be more on par with the Master Grade 3.0 or the RX-78 real grade. Just a little tidbit. Anyway, next. What do you think about the anime and manga of each novel or series? So I think in terms of manga, there's one that reigns supreme for me out of all the series. And I'm going to say it's Mobile Suit Gundam, the origin specifically. I have a book right here. I have many books. What am I talking about? So I have up to 7. I talked about this in my manga recommendations, but Gundam the Origin is probably my favorite manga. It's everything you love about Gundam. You know, it's all the art, the beautiful art, and all the illustrations that I think everybody fell in love with way back when. And it's a really, really solid take on the original story. It came out, when did it come out? It came out in like 2012 or some shit. Yeah, in terms of the anime, I started with Iron Blooded Orphans. That's what this is, the Barbatos. I started with Iron Blooded Orphans, and I thought that was fantastic. I still do. I rewatch it habitually because I just enjoy it, all the little details. And I did actually find the manga for Iron Blooded Orphans, but it's completely in Japanese, so I can't really put that on my, top tier. What do you think about the anime and manga of each novel or series? I haven't seen all the anime, and I have not seen all the novels. I hope to, but that's a lot of fucking media to consume. But luckily, I'm going to be in this hobby for the long run, so I got time. But I think they're all great. I think there are some that are better than the others. I think the newer ones hit with a lot more audience than the older ones. I've tried many times to show my friends and family the original Mobile Suit Gundam movies, the OVAs, 1, 2, and 3. Hasn't worked. Not nearly as well as Thunderbolt and Iron Blooded Orphans. So if you want a first introduction to those things without knowing anything about them, those two are great. Thunderbolt, though, does play into the main Gundam universe, whereas Iron Blooded Orphans is a complete spin-off. So, yeah. What would you suggest to a starter for model building? Like a starter model? Okay, as a starter model, I think anything that says EG, entry grade, fucking, that's the best you're gonna get. I think that the people that want to start with complicated kits is fine, especially if they've built other models before. Gundams are extremely easy. I mean, the instructions are immaculate, and there is really little to no confusion until you get into higher grade kits like Master Grade, Perfect Grade, and within those subcategories, Verkaz and shit like that. To be honest with you, though, you can start with whatever you want, but I always recommend entry grades. The price, the damn detail, the posability, I mean, it all is fantastic. It's fantastic. And recently, they've gotten quite the collection in their entry grade line. I have the RX-78 and I have the RX-93 New Gundam around here somewhere. Well, yeah, I always recommend entry grade. My girlfriend loves Poképla. Poképla are these. Hopefully I put up multiple. These are Poképla. They're super, super simple, and they yield fantastic results if you're a big fan of Pokemon. Or if you just like cute things. My girl likes cute things. She doesn't know much about Pokemon, but she loves cute things. So I actually did in my Nitro Challenge the entry grade. I don't remember the name, but it was a fucking fire bunny. So I did that and it took me 10 minutes to build. I mean, I was eating spicy shit, so it probably would have taken me less if, I wasn't spinning and panting and slobbering. But yeah, entry grades are great. I think the name says itself, but again, you can start with whatever you want. I don't recommend real grades, especially the early ones, because they have a lot of problems right out of the gate and you have no idea how to fucking take care of them. So that's what I don't recommend. But again, if you can swing it, by all means, build whatever the fuck you want. I know people that start on perfect grades, they start on master grades, and they do just fine. So it's freeform. Do you have any favorite customized... Oh, wait, never mind. My bad. Do you get several burnouts? If so, how do you push past them? That is the question, isn't it? I've had quite a few burnouts. I have not finished the SD Senanju because the amount of effort that I'm putting in, I genuinely don't feel as if the result will be even worth it. A lot of people tell me it looks really good, but I can't help but feel that I'm just putting in so much work for so fucking little. And that's really where my burnouts come from, is that when I realize that these projects aren't really going the way I want them, and I'm already so deep in, it gets really hard to move past that concept. Burnout is not something you usually get with something you like so much, but eventually, and I think a lot of people can agree with this, eventually things just get to you. I always recommend when it comes to customizing, kits, getting burnout from that, make a normal kit, make an entry grade, do something fun with it. Like I did the Nitro Challenge, just do something fun with it. You don't need to paint every God blesses kit, every God blessed kit that comes through your fingertips. It's not a necessity. When it comes to getting burnout from building, though, I've heard a lot of different ways to get rid of this. I've heard actually starting customizing can lead to less burnout for normal kits. I don't really know about that. It's a lot of effort to just, if you're already burnt out and you start painting things, it can get a little worse sometimes. I don't know everything, and this is just from my personal experience, but when I get burnout from building regular Gundams, I try to switch it up. You know, I'm building a lot of Federation suits, so I'm going to build some Zeon suits. I'm building a lot of old Gundam suits, so I'm going to build some new Gundam suits. I don't like the way that these polycaps are inserted into this kit. I'm going to build a kit without polycaps. Or I'm building too many high grades. I'm going to build a real grade or a master grade. I'm going to build something that's impressive and really reinvigorates my spirit to building. That's what I try to do, but sometimes you just need to take a break. There is nothing wrong with that. Take a breather. I haven't been building, again, extraneous circumstances, but I haven't been building a whole lot lately, or painting for that matter, but I'm making videos about stuff that's relevant, just adjacent to my hobby. So just try to shake it up. Yeah, that's the best you can do. That really is. I believe that. So do you have any favorite customized models? You're damn right I do. Before I got an airbrush, I was doing all rattle cans, and although there were some pretty good ones, the one that I did, it was a GP01 just a normal GP01 real grade, and I think I timed myself. Maybe I did. It was a while ago, but I spent some like 30 to 40 hours hand weathering every single piece and putting all this crazy amount of detail into it, and water slides and battle damage. It was before I was even remotely close to the level I am now. I'm not saying I can knock shit out easier necessarily, but I think I just do things more efficiently. And that one marked a moment in my building history where I felt like I did something on par with other creators that I saw on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So if we're talking pre-airbrush, it's that one for sure. Now, it's a lot easier to point it out post-airbrush, and that is easily gonna be my high-grade Camphor Zerg custom. And I'll put a picture of both GP01 Camphor. Night and day, totally different customs, but I genuinely enjoy doing the Camphor. It was a lot of skill, and it made me feel like a real customizer, a real builder, and it gave me a lot of confidence in my further projects. I'm doing a project now that I think might take the top spot if it goes the way I want it. I'm trying to speak it into existence that it does, but for right now, those are my two. So, what's one project you regret but learned so much from? Project I regret but I learned so much from? Man, I don't have a lot of projects I necessarily regret. I will say that in recent times, that has unfortunately become my SD Sinanju. Let me get him. He's halfway done. He's like a little bit more than halfway done. I just need to do like one big push. Yeah. There's actually two. My two kits that taught me a lot, but through a very painful experience for both, was, so this is, again, the SD Sinanju. He looks great. He looks phenomenal. He's turning out exactly how I want him, for the most part. Colors are solid. LEDs are working like a charm. But again, putting in effort to not even have a result that you personally think is worth it. That's like the biggest issue, is I'm putting all this effort into an SD. And at the end of it, I am going to have a semi-posable, like, not mess, but it's so much fucking work for someone like me that doesn't really like SDs to begin with. And I just thought I would test myself, and it kind of proved to be too much. I might finish it at some point, but this has taught me a lot about masking. It taught me a lot about, color separation and detailing and layering of certain paints and stuff. It was a very painful lesson because I've had many nights where I really just wanted to strip the whole thing and just fucking start it over. Just completely abandon it. So, and the second kit is this Skyline GTR kit by Tamiya. I started this channel based on that Skyline thing, and I was customing the shit out of it. I was doing my thing, but gluing, I had no fucking frame of reference on how to glue a damn thing. I'm gonna move so the lights whatever. I didn't have any frame of reference for gluing, not a single thing. I don't break parts very often. I don't really need to fuse much of anything, so I didn't have an extensive experience on how to do that, and I learned a lot about it. And I also stopped doing the kit because I was fragile in the mind, dude. I was so fucking ready to smash the bitch. But I've done that with so many other projects in the past that yeah. There is one kit. It is one of my biggest tragedies ever. My girlfriend got me a master grade Sazabi Verka for Christmas. One of the best kits I've ever gotten. And I immediately had an idea for a custom. It was going to be, the inner frame was going to be half red, half blue, fire and ice, 3D, whatever. And the outer armor was going to be black, and then the metallic inner frame was going to be a pale gold. Now at this point, I was using G-Paint, which means at the time I thought I didn't have to prime anything, because that was kind of the claim with G-Paint, is you don't need to prime it. It's paint and primer in one. And I learned so fucking quickly how fucking wrong that claim is, and how wrong I was for thinking that I could get away painting a whole kit with moving parts and not prime a single thing. Ignorant, naive, whatever you want to call it. I learned a lot, and now I'm a fucking primer aficionado, because I'm never gonna have that shit happen again. So learned a lot from that one. But unfortunately, I don't have any thing to show you from it because I smashed it to bits in a manic panic. So, okay. Do you wish to grow your community for your channel or posts or social media, or on social media? You're fucking damn right I do. I love seeing you guys interact with stuff. It's so fucking cool. I mean, someone left a comment under, there's 2 comments that I got glued to. It was just something I was so unbelievably happy to see. It was under my mental health, speaking about my cutting and my self-harming. Someone just came to my aid. Some random stranger who had just subscribed. They were like, "It's okay, man. Basically we're here for you. Just try to do the best you can." It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. I actually thought about taking down the video. I was like, no, this is going to be way too much. My audience doesn't fucking care. I don't even have an audience. I have like 30 people that watch. And at that exact moment, everything changed. Everything changed. I just completely looked at this so much differently. And they just gave me so much confidence. And I didn't take the video down, it's still up. And I was like, I can talk about my issues with you guys and not be afraid of being condemned for having a problem. It's a really nice feeling. And since I said from a while back, I use this as my therapy. I use this to get my emotions out in a more positive way. I'm not going to go smashing shit, breaking my knuckles, harming myself. I'm going to find a way to do it differently. And the other comment was under my display markers. And again, it was just interaction. It was just, oh, this great video. Keep up the great work. I've been wondering about these. Haven't bought them yet, but I'm glad I saw someone, review them. They could have gone to anybody, any other fucking channel. But they didn't. They watched mine. Probably watched somebody else's. But they watched mine. And they left a comment. And they liked it. I want to grow this as big as it will go. I want to do it for mental health, for models, for all of it. I want to have a huge collective community of awesome ass people geared towards awesome shit. Like that's the goal. I don't care about monetizing. I don't care about fucking subscriber counts. I don't care about view counts. I did on the views because sometimes you put more effort into stuff than other ones and you're kind of confused why it doesn't get as much recognition, but now I don't fucking care. I really don't. I just make videos for you guys and for myself. But like the idea is that the video is to benefit you guys in some point, you know, like the display markers and the paint reviews and shit, you know, it's for you guys. And I really wish to attract more people because you know, I'm just a guy and you're all just people, you know, so we can get along. What is your favorite part of the building process? Inner frame, 100%. Like putting on armor at the end of a custom or just a normal build is great, but the inner frame, oh my god. On high grades, you don't really see it as much except for IBO and Origin sometimes and some other stuff. But man, just seeing the mechanical details, like, fucking, let me see if I can, I have my Master Grade 2.0 Mark II I'm working on. Slowly, but I'm working on it. Trying to just find some detailed parts. I don't know. Fuck, where are they? I don't know where they are. I don't think I cut any of them out. It's strange. I think these are inner frame. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, look at this. Look at the inner frame of this bitch. Look at that. Just all the wiring detail. I mean, come on. So cool. That's why I'm planning to custom the shit out of this inner frame, because it's just begging to be. So, yeah, just look at that. Super, super cool. The inner frame building process is amazing to me. And I think that Bandai truly shows how, not talented, but how, like, far the technologies come in inner frames. You know, like inner frames are kind of what we use as a metric, I think. Armor plates are armor plates. It's the same for pretty much every grade until you get into scribing and plow plating and shit like that. But yeah, man, inner frame building is the shit. What's your most challenging project to date? Challenging. I think I've made a lot of my recent builds unnecessarily challenging, you know, trying to do new techniques and stuff. And if we're doing ones that I've completed, because obviously the challenging ones could be the SD or the car kit or Sazabi. But if we're talking ones I've completed, it probably has to be the Camphor. Again, just a lot of fucking skill. I mean, timing, skill, technique. It was very, very tedious. Laying down chrome perfectly without blemishes, top coating, not too excessively, masking for the guns, you know, it all was just, it was a lot. It was a lot. I did not feel burnt out, but I felt like, just, you know, man, let me just do an easy one after this, or let me just do spoons for a while, you know, it was, oh, Lord. So, yeah, it was probably a Camphor. And again, Camphor is my baby. I love this thing. Put in so much work. But that has to be it. Although I do have projects in the near future that are going to be quite challenging. So, if we do another AMA, similar-ish to this one at some point, you'll probably hear about those. But in my weekly whips, I will show everything I'm working on, and you can really determine what my hardest project at the time is. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Like I said, this video and another one are going to be the only ones for a while. But yeah, so that's it. Well, I got like a third through this AMA sheets, just the highlighted ones. So this is going on for a long time, and I'm not here to make an hour-long video. But thank you guys so fucking much for watching. Every single one of you, all of you, thank you so much. And every subscriber, every like, every comment, I value them more than gold. I'm serious. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Love you guys. Have fun, builders. I'll see you later.